check out on a pretty decent basis because I think they do an awesome job. Was just doing work with our friends Jason Goff and Robert Mays and Zena Cada on the Athletic Sports Show, which you can stream on a bunch of different streaming devices. I think a rising star in the NBA space, and that is our pal Law Murray on Twitter at Law Murray the NU. Law, welcome to You Better You Bet with Nick Costos. Great to have you on the show. Thanks for waking up early.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Let's talk about Bam Adebayo and the 83 points last night. And people, you're laughing already because it's a topic that people have really strong opinions on. And just so you know mine, I said it earlier in the show, I'm happy for Bam. Also, I'm a little sad because Kobe's no longer with us, that someone passed Kobe Bryant. Not hating on Bam, that's my honest opinion. What did you make of how it went down, and what do you think of Bam besting Kobe, Bam with 83 points?
Well, you got to remember, I'm on the West Coast, and I was coming to the arena while this game in Miami was in progress. And I wasn't on my phone or anything, and my friends don't like me that much. It's not like I was getting text messages or anything about what was happening. And so I remember I was just doing pregame media with JJ Redick and Chris Finch. I'm going to break down some of my postgame or just the sound from that media availability. And I'm in the press room, the media workspace, and there's a buzz about the game Bam was having. But I didn't hear a number, right? And so I checked the box score. I'm not watching highlights. There's a bunch of TVs for anyone who's been at the arena in downtown LA. Ironically, the same place Kobe had his 81-point game 20 years ago. We were doing stories about that. And I see that Bam had 74 points, and I'm just like, how? This is a player who hadn't scored 40 in a game all season. And we're in March. This isn't November. This isn't January, like when Kobe had his game. Bam is a very good player. He is a 9-year vet who's always played in Miami. He's only averaged 20 points per game once in those 9 seasons in Miami. Like, I was just like, I know it's the Wizards, and I know the Heat are playing faster than ever, but how? And I saw the free throws, and I still was like, how? How is it Bam? You know, no disrespect. Bam is one of my favorite players in the league. Every time, again, he plays in the Eastern Conference, I don't see him as often as I see other guys. Bam has always been great when I've needed him for stuff. I did a story on defense in the NBA, ironically, and what you need to stop certain guys. And he gave me one of the best quotes. He was like, you're going to need like 6'9", switchable Swiss Army knives, something like that, right? I mean, I was just trying to get that part. So I instantly turned the game on. I was like, look, all the other pregame media stuff can wait. I'm literally watching potential history, right? Definitely Miami Heat history. So I was rooting for him to get past 81. It was so the Miami Heat announcers, they were like, oh, he's going to come out the game now because he's got 81. I'm like, come on, you gotta try to get more than 81 points. This is your moment to do it. You've earned that. And so I'm happy for Bam, and I'm happy that we get a new benchmark to talk about as far as scoring in the NBA.
I'm fascinated, Law, because you were at the arena last night, and we'll talk about the Lakers win over the Timberwolves and what that might mean for LA. But, you know, was there any buzz in the arena, people talking about it after the game? Like, I would imagine, and I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Knicks fan from New York. And I wasn't happy that Kobe's 81 points got bested. I'm guessing that the fans in LA might have felt the same. Did you sense that at all, that people knew what had happened? They were unhappy about it? Take us inside Los Angeles and the reaction to Bam's 83 points.
Man, I wish I could. To be honest with you, I was locked into the game. You know, I wasn't going around and asking a bunch of people and being social about what was happening with Bam and being in Lakers fans' feelings. Because quite honestly, I don't care. I'm serious. Like, I'm happy for Bam. Like, everyone's always overprotective about stuff that Kobe did for really lame, not lame, but mid Lakers teams, you know? So I mean, Kobe's last game, how many shots did he take to get to
Yeah, and
60?
I and I and I, and I said that. I was like, that's
So
one of the like I'm not hating on Bam at all. Like, look, I mean,
yeah,
we talked about Mike Evans earlier in the show, the Bucks receiver, like the Niners receiver. When he went for over 1,000 yards, like tied Jerry Rice's record, they did it on the final play of the season in a game that didn't matter. So like Michael
exactly. Like
Strahan
we're
broke the
trying to
sack record,
see.
Brett Favre took a dive. I guess for me, Law, and I don't know if Laker fans would agree with this. I don't know if I'm guessing you don't agree with this, which is fine. We can all have different opinions. It's the fact that I I hate to put it like this, like Kobe's dead. Like that's where if Kobe were alive, I don't think I would care at all. But the fact that he's not here kind of makes it like I wanted Bam to get to 80. I didn't want him to get to 81. Maybe that's immature by my
Yeah,
part, but that's my opinion on it.
I very much wanted him to get past it because that's what these are meant for. And you know what, Bam did. Bam didn't play against Kobe. Obviously, Bam entered the league while Kobe was still with us, and it was interesting hearing Bam say that he thinks Kobe would have wanted him to surpass him. And I believe that's the case too. Like benchmarks are there for a reason. Like notice how we're talking about Kobe, we're not talking about Wilt. Like Wilt's the guy who scored 100, and as crazy as Wilt's numbers are, like you just saw the other night a dude in the NBA tie Wilt Chamberlain's 20-point streak, right? Like in Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And I'm excited to see Shea break that streak. Like that's
Against
what
the
makes this
Celtics
great.
tomorrow
Like
night, by the way. I can't wait for that game tomorrow night. Thunder Celtics.
yeah, that's going to be an amazing game, especially given what happened with the Celtics in San Antonio the other night with Jaylen Brown getting ejected. Like they're going to come and they're going to want to respond. They're going to want to compete, and that's what this is about. Like now, the thing that people are going to say about this game and how Bam did it is just one, the free throws, and two, the fact that the Wizards are, embarrassing right now. Like they will be better next year. I'm excited to see what they look like next season, but they deserve this. But what was funny was the Wizards in the fourth quarter, they realized, oh shoot, this could happen. We don't want this to happen. It reminded me of when Devin Booker had his 70-point game and the Celtics were running around chasing Devin Booker, making sure he didn't get and the Celtics won that game. So, again, like their Bam had more points at halftime than he had all season, right? To this point, the fact that he did it, that makes me happy too. Just the fact that you got a player who is a strong player in this league, and you know has the respect of everybody in Miami, and he sacrificed his game to be the kind of player that helps his team win games. Like he isn't a guy who takes a bunch of shots all the time. He isn't a ball hog. He isn't. But in this game, it was like, Bam, show us what you can do at a high level, and he showed he could do that. And the criticism are all going to come from things that don't have a lot to do with Bam Adebayo. So I'm going to give Bam Adebayo his flowers, and everybody else is like, okay, you go ahead and get 80 then.
I Tough to disagree. I can feel the way I feel about Kobe while still acknowledging, like, good for Bam. Went out there and did it. However it happened, 83 is 83. Law, final question for you. We have about a minute to go. So I've been saying for a while that no matter who the Lakers play in the first round, assuming health for the opposition, I don't think they're winning a first round series. It is worth noting, like, they played pretty well last night to beat the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards has a terrible shooting game. How do you see the Lakers' chances once we get to the postseason here in about 60 seconds?
It's all going to come down to matchups. And you know what? I think that when you lose to a team in the playoffs, your awareness is heightened about a potential rematch in the playoffs. Well, guess what? That Lakers win over the Timberwolves not only complete a regular season series sweep, not only did it pass the Timberwolves in the standings, but if the regular season ends today, that's your 4 or 5 matchup, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm very much in tune to the fact that the Lakers have been painfully average this season, but they're a top heavy team. If they can make it work with that big three, and it's not lost on me that LeBron has missed this 3 game win streak that they're on. Um, I really feel like if JJ Redick can figure out the minute allotment to separate those guys as much as possible, then the Lakers will be they can win a playoff series.
Law, this was awesome. I appreciate it. I want everyone to follow Law at Law Murray, the NU on Twitter. The Athletic NBA new power rankings dropped on Monday. Check them out on the Athletic NBA show as well. Stay well, and we'll definitely do this as we approach the postseason.
And thank you so much, Nick.
Law Murray joining us here on You Better You Bet. I thought that was, I like the different perspective there on Bam. He was rooting for Bam. I think a lot of people were rooting for Bam, and I think that's fine. This is not me saying, like, I'm trying to gatekeep everybody that wanted Bam to beat the record. I guess it's not even the record, like Law said.